Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. I'm going to do a little change up today. Normally, this is a cheap toy review, but normally those are like toys, like action figures or maybe puzzles or things like that. Today we're playing with something else. Leslie actually brought me a camera. It's amazing. Let me just show you the camera. So this is the camera. And what I want to point out to you first of all, you can see on the hand strap right here, it just says DVC. It doesn't say Sony or RCA or anything like that. This is what you would call a knockoff brand, a very cheap, inexpensive maybe camera system. When she bought it, it came with this microphone that attaches with a cord into this port. There's your menu button. There's your power button, and then your actual menu activation button. You see it's got a pretty good display right here. It's very similar to the Sony camera that I'm recording. It looks like this. It's a little Handycam Sony camera. It, when you Google it on Amazon or something, retails for about $230, $229, something like that. To me, that's a pretty good price. It shoots well, it's got a good battery life, it's easy to use. I like this Sony camera, but I wanted a second camera, and Leslie just happened to find this one that was listed at a price of $75. It shoots in HD, it takes 24 megapixel stills, which is more powerful than my Olympus. It's got stabilization. It's, 16 times digital zoom. External microphone that we're going to test later so we can see how it sounds and how it looks. I'm going to include some footage with this bad boy. And of course it's not perfect, but for $75, that's pretty amazing. However, what's more amazing is that she got this for half off. We spent $35 on this camera. And I was sure when I plugged it in it wasn't going to work. And I'm going to show you guys some footage that we took with it, just test footage so you can see what it looks like and what it sounds like. It works just fine. It looks like it has a light here. I haven't needed that. I don't know why I would want a light underneath there. The zoom function right here and the mode and photo and everything, it's like a cheap chrome feeling. Some parts of it do feel cheap. When you have the viewfinder off, you can see this. I don't know if you can see that, but it's not tight like the Sony one is. So that's my only concern is durability. Would it survive a drop? I don't know. For $35, I think I'll find out. Some of the other drawbacks with it uses an external battery source. It came with 2 batteries, which is kind of nice. It doesn't have a charging dock, which means that you can only charge it on the camera. As a drawback, that means that you can't be charging one battery while you're using another battery. But if you have them both charged up, that's a lot of, they're still lithium-ion batteries. That's a lot of lifespan. The microphone uses a small, one of the coin-shaped batteries. It didn't come with one of those, so I had to go buy that for it to work. And the only other thing it didn't include was the actual memory card. And like the Handycam that I'm using right now, it uses these tiny little SD cards. Well, the slot in here is old school. It uses the full-size ones. But with the little adapter, it works just fine. I didn't have to... I do have a full-size SD card, but it'll work with the adapter. It'll work with full card. It doesn't matter. I just happen to have them. But if you bought this for $35, yeah, you would have to buy an $8 battery. You're going to have to buy however much your SD card's going to cost. And that's it. It had the plug to be able to plug it in and charge it. It had everything else you needed. It comes with a little case that's just big enough to fit the camera part, not the microphone part. So that's kind of useless. And it does not, the Sony cam that I'm shooting on right now has a lens shutter where you can cover up and protect the lens. This came with no lens cap and it has no lens shutter. So But I imagine the whole thing would just fall apart if you dropped it anyway. This thing isn't going to survive a rock. But if I take care of it, I got a second shot. I got another camera right here. I don't even have name brand GoPro cameras. I've got these, what is this one called? Nolke? I don't know. But I mean, this was more expensive than this. Now this came with all kinds of, cages and mounts and stuff like that. But I mean, if there was something that this wouldn't work for, I wouldn't mind strapping this to a car and doing donuts in it, because if it flies off and falls apart, the SD card's probably going to survive. And you're out $35. Come on, you can't beat that. We're going to look at some footage. I'm going to swap cameras and plug this thing up. We're going to look at some footage real quick. And I don't know, I'll show you what it looks like. Alright guys, so this is the digital video camera. It's set up on the exact same tripod in the exact same spot. The framing might be slightly different, but the lighting's the same. So whatever you're getting, I mean, that's what we've got. I'm using the onboard microphone right now. So this is the way it sounds. This is the way it's going to capture. It's not really windy outside. Otherwise, I would go outside and experiment with that and see kind of how it filters out the wind. It does have that big, nice, puffy filter on the top of it. So I imagine it would do pretty good. But this is it. I mean, tell me what you guys think. Alright, so what did you guys think? I think it looks pretty good. It sounds pretty good. I don't know what the little, I don't know what this does. If you know what this means, it says, if you can't see it, there's a switch. It says off, and then 0 dB, and then plus 20 dB. It came with 0 literature. And I guess I could look it up. But to me, when I switched it back and forth, it sounded the same. I don't know if it's like it's a max, like it won't let it go above a certain decibel level, so it's balancing itself. I have no idea. I didn't notice a difference, and I don't shoot a lot with these indoors. I usually use the Nolkes or whatever they're called, and then put the plastic cage around them so that they can't break. But I don't know. We'll see what happens to this. Let me know what you guys think. I feel like we got a deal. I don't know where you would ever find these again. Like I said, there's no... DVC is the name brand. Cheapest camcorder I've ever heard of. I'm pretty sure I've spent more on gift cards than we spent on this camcorder. But just digital video camera, pretty good. Everything works. I love it. Leave me a comment. Tell me what you think. Subscribe. We'll do more cheap product reviews, because I'm cheap and I hope you're cheap too. And leave me a like if you got anything out of this. Well, we'll see you on the other side. Bye now.